Zoom meeting yet, but I'll just get myself ready. Earpieces in. So there's no launch, obviously, and there won't be a launch. It's just a joke. But it is interesting to see what excuses they come up with to keep the. So they reckon that they're only waiting for testing now. So I don't know about you guys, but if you believe this, you'll probably think we can test it. We're quite happy to test it, and then they're going to release the URL, and then you can go, and then they'll have it going for about 2 hours. It will do nothing, and then they'll come up with a whole pile of excuses, and it will just be Groundhog Day all over again and again. So if you're here for that, we welcome you. Thanks for your support with the channel and being here today. I'll just get my sound right. And we'll get some stuff. Now, in the background picture, I haven't explained that very well, but I will do in a second. I'll just get rid of some other Windows stuff, and we will share. So we're waiting for the US Prime Zoom to be live, and we will do that. We'll have sound coming in from another device, and my coffee is looking fantastic. It needs my lips on it. Beer and coffee is my two go-to drinks at the moment. Or I like a bit of red wine, and then again, I do like a bit of whiskey as well. So if you're thinking about Christmas gifts, this is the Christmas gift that kept on giving, isn't it? Boomerang. This was delivered, I think it was meant to be a Christmas gift about the 21st of December. They announced they had a Christmas gift because they closed the bridge to where Osatoshi, and no one could get any money out because there was no money to get out. So they decided to close the bridge. And then Carl Miller said, oh, well, no, there's the bridge isn't broken. It's just we've got no liquidity. Carl's always good for telling the truth, actually. Carl also said he knew about the simulated arbitrage trading that was going on as well. So Carl spills the beans. We're probably going to have, unfortunately, Joe giving the presentation today. So that's quite good. If you haven't been keeping up with current events, we will actually bring a couple of things up that you may be actually shocked to know. But the DAO that they've been Googling about and saying to everyone that they have a DAO doesn't actually exist. Just in yesterday's meeting, they put up this slide about new and upcoming projects, which is just absolutely breathtaking that they did that. But of course, the Avengers have done some investigating, and we have actually found that the DAO has actually been struck off. So no more DAO. And here's the proof. The state of Wyoming has basically put it into, they've archived it. And the reason why they've archived it isn't rocket science, ladies and gentlemen. It's because they provided fraudulent information. So that might be alarming to you if it's the first time here, but it is now inactive. And inactive, administratively dissolved or revoked. And it says an immediate action has been taken against this entity. And then you go to the archive. What does it mean? This entity has come to the end of its life cycle and can no longer reinstate. So that's that. But after doing that, we went through and we searched about Hypercapital, and we found that they had also used the same company to register, and that is still archived. That is inactive and archived. And then we went to one other one, which was I found Hypertech Group. But it says a whole swing of these companies that are archived. And if you haven't noticed it, this picture that you see here was actually Lucky, who's taken off to Dubai to be with her man of the moment. And I believe that the game is up, and they're now Bitcoin Rodney was selling his vehicles, would you believe, trying to sell his government. Sorry, I'll start that again. Bitcoin Rodney was trying to sell government vehicles. That's not right, Danny. We're going to try it one more time. Bitcoin Rodney was trying to sell his assets to government agents, not knowing it, of course. They actually got him in the departure lounge of LA, or wherever he is from, Maryland, I think it might have been, with a one-way ticket to Dubai. Now, it looks like Lockie, well, she's in the UK, well, she was in the UK, has now done the same, and she's on the way to UK. So who knows what is actually going to happen, you know, and whether Shavez will show his ugly head and actually launch this program. It's not going to happen, but it's just business as normal, because 65% of these Boomerang arbitrage trading licenses that you have been witnessing selling are actually 65% of that money is actually going to the affiliate marketers, which are going to pop up on my screen in the not too distant future. Now, ironically, they are actually late, which is quite good because that means something's happened, and there may not even be a meeting today, which often happens when something major happens, which is fantastic. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go into the Avenger chat, and my Avengers normally provide me information about things or any news updates. And at the moment, I can't see anything, so we'll wait patiently. I will go into a couple of dubious rooms that I have, which they don't realize who I am, and see if there's other any other announcements, and there doesn't seem to be. But we did get an update this morning, which if I play my cards right, I should be able to drag that into the screen so you can have a read of that, and I'll try to read it myself. We have some excellent news now, ladies and gentlemen. We have some excellent news, yes, from Shavez, the guy that I've just flown over to Dubai to meet. The DApp is now deployed and on the main URL, and we are currently testing the live MVP, the minimum viable product. We need to test it. Remember, we had 4 or 5 months worth of beta testing, didn't we? We did. Sound like I've got a bit of an echo going on here, but I'll just check my sound, make sure I'm sounding all right. If you're in the chat box and you think I'm sounding good, nice and clear, let me know. I listened to the show this morning because that's what I do in between shows, and I thought, where could I improved? And I did actually have my mic quite loud, and I did have their mic quite loud, and I was competing when I was talking. So at the moment, I've got it down quite a bit. But anyway, so the congratulations to all. I mean, here you are. You've got get this: 68,000 people, if not more now, have bought licenses to do arbitrage trading, and now she's congratulating them all when this was meant to launch 108 days ago. So what are we actually congratulating anyone for? And what's going on here? That's what I want to know. The new DAO will be released once testing is complete. Well, they spent 4 months, as I just said, testing this. So now we're waiting for what? I would love to know. Stay tuned for more updates, because that's what everyone who's involved in this company is good at doing, is listening to the updates and watching the updates. And of course, no one better than the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger himself to actually give you those updates. Some exciting things, so that we have been doing is we've been watching the blockchain. And if we go to the blockchain, we can actually see a little bit of activity. Now, I did bookmark something interesting the other day, and that was Chavez's wallet. And what it does seem like, there is some activity. Yes, you heard it here first. They are still creating, I don't know how to explain it really. What do they call them? They're creating contracts that do things. So if you go to transactions on this is Chavez's baby, you can see that he's creating these contracts, and we can actually go into these contracts and have a look and sort of read them and see when they were produced and what type of contract it is. So this was meant to be a finance one, so I've been led to believe. Crypto G's told me all about it, and that we give them names. Now, I'm going to show you something that I don't normally show people, but if I have actually gone through here and I have tagged, I had nothing to do one day or my whole life, and I tag everything that I see. So we were tracking people, and we were calling them boomerfish. Boomerfish were people that were signing up for licenses, and everybody that's got a MetaMask wallet, we were tagging. And you can actually have a look, and you can see the different tags that I've been doing for different people. And this means that we have, from my research and also my Avengers research, we've actually watched people going from one platform to another. Now, would you believe that Diversal had been topping up the tanks of We Are All Satoshi? Now, why would that be if they were a different entity? And we have seen money going from one Ponzi scheme to another. Would you believe that We Global and also, I've forgotten what it's called, the blockchain era, and I think it now is called Vera, are also meant to be, well, I've been told that they have had their website developed out of the same building that Sam Lee has had all these other websites developed out of. But the point being here is we can go through here and we can actually see some pretty amazing things. So I think one of those amazing things, I think, was one of the presenters, what was his name? Is it Purcell? Hold up. Purcell. I wonder if that's going to bring up Purcell. No. But he was one of the presenters, and he was testing the fake arbitrage trading. And I call it fake, they call it real, just in case you're wondering. And he had done 10 transactions and got the same results. So that was the last time he did trading on it. Now, this guy is rampant at promoting everything from Daisy right through to Hypercosmos, just every single Ponzi scheme known to man. He's got a YouTube channel around about 12,000 people on it, and he just promotes anything to get that commission check. So when he discovered that, I'm trying to find it because I can't spell his name properly. When he discovered that it was producing the same results and he was in charge and that wasn't doing real arbitrage trading, we never saw him do another trade since, which is really amazing. But I'm just trying to find that now, but I can't. Pascal. But Pascal, I noticed, was also trading when the system was down. So he was one of the testers, or led to believe that he was testing something that was real. But lots actually happen. And if you just tuned in, you don't know anything I'm talking about, well, I'm sorry. There's probably a lot to catch up on. There's a couple of videos on my YouTube channel that you can actually go and have a look at. One of the most exciting things for us was discovering that the website code was actually generating the results. And we also realized that they were topping up people's MetaMask wallets manually, thinking that they were getting the money from doing arbitrage trading. And that was all very exciting, but it was even more exciting when we actually found the wallet that they were doing this with. So if you have a look down here, you'll see that these are different, loaded with different different exchanges, decentralized exchanges, DAI, Welt, Aave, USDT. Oh, that's me. And they notice that they're 0.23 and all this sort of stuff. They're all got nothing in them. So when they had nothing in them, we realized that the trading would go into you'd get a whole lot of failed trades. So then what we decided to do was run a test. So when it had been down for 3 days, we decided that we would top up their wallets for them. And we did. Coffee break. So we topped up their wallets for them, and then instantly trades started happening. So we realized that that was their ploy. So then we went into their website code, and we could actually see how they actually did that. So if you go through this wallet address enough, you will see, and this is when they took the website off. So you can actually see we topped up the wallet here with $2.03. We didn't want to give them too much. And when you go through to this here, oh, actually, I've gone to the wrong one. But if we go back to so once we topped up the wallets, then the trading resumed. And here's one here. So we told somebody that they could go along, and we told them what wallet we loaded. And I think it was, you'll see the transaction in here, if I remember rightly. Where's it gone? Hello. Is this all transfers, net transfers? Where's all the code gone? Where's all the code gone? That's interesting. Did that fail? No, that's not right. Normally there's 9 loads of code in here. Something's gone wrong. Let's have another look at another one. 35.6 cents. Hey, what am I doing wrong here? Have I got a filter on? Oh, no, here's one. Oh, something wrong with that one. But you can see here, we told somebody if they went along to their arbitrage trading and they traded $12 for post-tether, because that's the one that we topped up with anything they wanted. So they did Wrapmatic. If you go down to the fourth line, you can see that was $11.97. And the one above it is $12. That means this arbitrage trade, had lost 3 cents. But then when you come down to the bottom here, you added up the 2 cents and plus the gas fee, which is just about $1. So when we go back to here, you could actually see, whatever it added up to, it was 6 cents. So to make the whole transaction go through, they needed to pay the person the gas fee that was at the bottom, which is 6 cents. I can't quite remember how we added this all up, but trust me, when you add up all the figures and all the money spent, I think you take away the 3 cents here. What it added all up, they were paying the person into their MetaMask wallet the 2 cents. And long story short, to make the transaction go through, they basically had to have money in that wallet. So we topped up the money in the wallet, the transaction started happening. And not only did it happen once, we did this over a 3-day period. So then they removed, there's all the other trades there. And if we just go into another one, let's say there's 14 cents one. Let's see if I can don't want to make a dog's ear out of explaining that. But here's an arbitrage trade. Somebody did $20 for post tether, and they did post wrap, and out of it they got paid 3 cents. And also, if you look at the, I think there's going to be a gas fee in here somewhere of another 3 cents. 3 cents. I don't even know how we actually come. It all looks different these days. Oh, I think I know why. Because when you click on here, you notice the time of the transaction. These figures can be different. Not that it's doing that, Danny. But I think the 3 cents and the 3 cents add 6 cents. And then if you take away the 11 cents, so that's 17 cents. And if you come back here, we should see something 14 cents. I'm doing something wrong, but you kind of get where we're going with that. So once we proved all that, that sort of means that they had to whip off the website. And then when they whipped off the website, unfortunately for them, that means that they didn't have a public identifier. So they notified Shavez, and they said to him, "You didn't have a public identifier." So then we go down to the administrative action, and that will bring up a PDF document. And in here, it explains that they wrote to them and gave them 60 days to put back a public identifier. So we had to wait 60 days. The Avengers knew all about this. I didn't really, but Susie Stealth told me all about it. She's our and there's the letter basically written to Shavez saying, "Hey, mate, you haven't got a public identifier, so you better get one or else." Yeah, so that was really interesting. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's going to be a Zoom meeting. So what I like to do about now is to bounce around some other Zoom meetings and see if we can cause some havoc. I'll just see if there is an announcement in our while you're reading that public announcement. You are alive. Yes, I am alive. Thank you, Rob. Let's see, Susie. Is there any announcement in there from Susie? No. If we go into the Avenger chat, there is 2 new messages. What's this piece of shit? Bob, Stealth. A rather persistent and annoying. Okay. Oh, mega fastest. That's interesting. Okay, nothing really going on anywhere. I've actually found a really good website which I'd actually like to bring up, which is quite interesting. This is a website that seems to report crypto scams. I don't know if anyone's ever been there before, but really cool, but not always in English, which is a bit of a problem. But I'm pretty sure there will be a link here to get the English version. If I just killed it, I think I might have. Let's see what we've got. Don't know, but yeah, if you're looking for websites that report news, there was a really good article in here about Wee Global, and actually how they actually are arresting these people for running it. I just don't know how to get this into English. Sorry, but no doubt if you let's see, there must be a link in here somewhere. News. Not helping me. I always like that. They have everything here in whatever that is. And so I've just wrote to the editor here and said I'd like to have a yarn to him. But let's have a listen and see if this works. Might be in. Well, it's not in. It's not in English, but let's put it into. It doesn't have. Uh, what country is that? Mm, looks like an embassy. Check out his hat, man. That's a pretty pompous hat, isn't it? Is that Spanish? Maybe they're going up Fianas. Oh, they've got drones and everything. Yeah. Ooh, recovered money. But anyway, yeah, it's pretty exciting when things are happening. And we got a video yesterday of a raid that was done in 8 different locations at the same time, all to do with cybercrime. And we've got a new organisation that we're sort of working together with, which is quite cool. And I will actually bring up their website if we've got a moment, and I'll put the it in the air. But this this guy here has been putting out videos exposing the scammers, and I do recommend checking it out. So I'll just chuck that in the chat room now if you're listening. But yeah, lots happening. I don't know what else I'm going to tell you, but anyway, I would like to jump onto some Zoom meetings, and let's see if we can stumble across some real-time Ponzi investigation. So it means that I'll probably pick up the microphone, but we'll see what we can do. We'll replace all these one at a time. We've got the Island Girls. They're always good for a bit of a laugh. They'll probably be in there in a second. Got NFT rewards. They're always good for a bit of a laugh. We've got Nandy. Nandy's going to be starting up Vend again with Sam. Apparently, well, not with Sam, but that was she's meant to be starting up Vend. So let's have a look here. Blockchain Global, no one there. Launch the meeting. We'll just open a feed. I'm Edmund Hillary today. Somebody said to me that's a very familiar name, but you don't look like him. No, I don't think he actually would have ever been on Zoom. But it was a bit valid meeting code. Oh my goodness. Well, that is really exciting. Who's got that one? Island Girls. No way. Island Girls at their meetings, or they've updated their password. Let's have a look. I think that means that they've had their Zoom meeting account lost. Is that them or is that somebody else? It is. 303. Now I'm not sure if that means they've closed their Zoom account, reopened a new one. They've probably got sick of me going in there. So that's one of the ones that I can clean up. So what I call the Island Girls seems to have a new Zoom. So it won't be there again. Something went wrong. Let's retry. What's happening here? Retry. Wouldn't it be good if Zoom actually cleaned up their act? This is one of the peeves that anyone in my industry. The server encountered an internal error and was unable to process your request. Leave. Now that was for Nandy's room. So we're just going to go back to Nandy's room and we'll see what happens on that one. Nandy's room. And see what it is working now. So there we go. They had a bit of a glitch. We'll just have a thing. We'll catch up to which room we're in. Did we get two Nandy? Nothing in Andy's room. So we'll shut down one of those. And Roy's room. So now we're going to go to Roy. We'll find one eventually. The Promised Land. May Samavu. She's always good for a bit of a... So there's, it's just inundated at the moment with people running scams. And they're all the same type of scam. You all have to buy a product. So they just do so. Promise United, that's May Samavu. So now we're going to go to Gobi's room. Now, Gobi's always good for a bit of a Monday night meeting, which will be in the UK now. It's probably going to be 9 o'clock at night. So we'll see if we can stumble across his room. Probably not. He's getting a bit more clever these days. What about Marcus Davis? Do you know who he is? He's one of the ones from the We Are All Suchi group. And you go Pinicky Nark. You might have remembered me talking about him in the past. So that Mr. Hillary is going to go in there. It launched this meeting. And I don't even know, but if you want to help me out, you can actually log into these rooms via a web browser. So that's Gobi's room. What's this one here? A black screen always looks good. I think there's going to load into a Davis room. Go this one. I'd love to stumble across Pinicky Nark. But if you have any Zoom links, by all means, let me know. Diamonds in the making. Hello, Lucky. How you doing? How's the date going with your boyfriend? Utron swap classes. I know they won't be there anymore. This year's again. AAP, which I think was a guy called something Irvine. I've forgotten his first name now, but if we see him, and he's often on here, he makes this guy who does his presentation, Irvine, I think it is Irvine. He literally says that he makes a six-figure income every month. $1 million a year, he claims. But he likes being in Zoom meetings, and whenever I crash into his Zoom meetings, he only has 20 people in it, and he reckons it's just living the dream. He's trying to other people so they can also get all this this wealth that he's accumulated. So does that sound right to you? Sounds a bit too good to be true, doesn't it? So we're up to, where are we up to so far? We're up to we'll try this one here. This is some of these Zoom meetings I've got aren't necessarily for the bad guys. We just had a few arrests in Nepal from people involved in received a message yesterday, which really cool to you that just while we're waiting for these meetings to zoom up. So if you do want the latest news from me, you go to the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avengers YouTube channel, and I'll feed through a few of these. So there doesn't seem to be any US Prime meeting today, and that's while I'm taking the advantage of checking out some other meetings. So BP Marketing International. We've got a placeholder here for a Boomerang BCC support. We've got the Satoshi Show, which are theoretically getting done financially for their involvement in promoting Venn meeting. On my YouTube channel, and you click on community area, you'll see that we actually have a summary of, first of all, we have the message from Lucky, and I'll read that to you guys. If it's going to read.
Red double exclamation mark. ATTENTION red double exclamation mark. We have some excellent news from Shavez. The D app is now deployed on the main URL, and we are currently testing the live MVP. Congratulations to all. The new URL will be released once testing is complete. Stay tuned for more updates. Regards.
Yeah, good luck with that, guys. And then this is the one I wanted to show you guys. This is so I'm not sure. I'll just read some of it because I'm not sure what country, and I'm pretty sure it's Nepal.
After it was discovered that thousands of ordinary people were defrauded under the name Hyperfund, the police have initiated an investigation. The Central Investigation Bureau, CIB, has arrested one suspect involved in this network-style crime and has started the investigation.
So yeah, so it's a great article to read if you can read whatever language that is. But people are getting arrested from their connection in Hyperverse, which is
Manam
fantastic.
Kajal, residing in Imadal, Lalitpa, was arrested 2 weeks ago, and CIB began the investigation. So far, 40 people have filed complaints stating they were defrauded of approximately 50 million rupees. More than 50 individuals are suspected to be involved in the fraud. The Kathmandu District Court has issued arrest warrants against 24 individuals. Seeing the organized nature of the fraud under the name Hyperfund, the CIB has started an investigation, said Shyamlal Jairoli, Director of CIB and Additional Inspector General AIG of Police. It seems the fraud was committed by luring people with promises of tripling their investment in a short period. Complaints have been received particularly from Nepalese abroad, he said. The leaders of the fraudulent gang are also in various countries. Gamai, who has been arrested, is revealed to be the head of this group in Nepal. According to the investigation so far, significant transactions were made from her and her close associates' bank accounts.
Wow, that does sound exciting. In fact, it sounds so exciting. I want to finish reading the rest of that article. So that was Nepal. So it was because they said Kathmandu, and also I didn't realize that Nepal used the same currency as India. How about that? Rupees.
Most people were initially asked to invest $300 with the promise of tripling their returns within 20 months. Initially, small returns were given to encourage larger investments. A website was created for this purpose, where registered members could view their balance. The company claimed to be official and showed balances on the website to defraud people. When the website was shut down, people realized they had been scammed. Complaints have been filed with the police that individuals were defrauded of up to 13 million. CIB, involved in the investigation, stated that most of the money was collected from Nepal is in Portugal and the UK. The gang's network was also in the Gulf countries. Victims have indicated that some individuals associated with the non-resident association. The investigation so far has revealed that the main leaders of the gang are and an Australian citizen of Chinese origin was identified as the head. The same information was mentioned on the website. According to police officials involved in the investigation, people were trapped in this fraudulent network by promising increased earnings through pyramid-style networking. On Tuesday, the district court allowed the SIB to investigate this crime as an organized crime, said Inspector Thapper. The SIB has also urged victims of unsuspecting groups and collecting money under the name Hyperfund. 2 years ago, after receiving this information, Nepal Rastra Bank and the SIB published notice warning people not to invest in Hyperfund as it was illegal.
Yeah, so really good stuff, because I was actually in a Nepal meeting. They actually wanted to bring me into their management team, which is really nice. And fine, but they wouldn't share a lot of information with me because they didn't want to stuff it up legally. And this actually shows that it was a wise choice. Just notice another email first. I'm going to give you my reply to something I listened to on the internet the other day, and it's all about Diversal. Now, Diversal is meant to be a place that was helping people get their money back who've been scammed from Hyperverse, which is just ridiculous. But anyway, this is the reply I wrote on my website, well, on my YouTube channel, about the email that I'll read after we listen to this.
Emergency vehicle revolving light. Important statement regarding Diversal emergency vehicle revolving light. I've come across some troubling information in a recent comment on a Telegram group, and I feel it's important to address these issues publicly. Firstly, it's highly problematic and ethically questionable for Diversal to acquire a database from Hyperverse, a company that scammed 1.9 billion people. Associated tainted entity, even indirectly, raises significant doubts about the integrity and ethics of Diversal's operations. It's their database creates a perception of complicity or, at the very least, operating out of the operations further muddies the waters. This physical proximity, combined with the data acquisition, makes it difficult to believe that Diversal is entirely independent of Hyperverse, regardless of the timing or nature of their actions. Their initiative of targeted financial aimed as voluntary support can also be seen as an attempt to mitigate backlash and appease those affected by Hyperverse's scam. This creates a situation where Diversal appears to be trying to clean up a mess created by another organization, leading to potential reputational risks. While their commitment to decentralization and transparency is commendable, these steps are undermined by the aforementioned issues. Trust is built not only on technological promises but also on ethical business practices. I urge Diversal to re-evaluate its approach and distance itself more clearly from any association with Hyperverse. Transparency and a clear break from any unethical past associations are crucial for maintaining and building trust within their community. And just put the cherry on the cake, who the fuck did you deal with at Hyperverse? Did you communicate with this organization? That's the rest of the bastards. Stay vigilant and informed, everyone.
Couldn't help there. If you're wondering what the crackle was all about, that's because I'm trying to find a meeting that's open with some scam ready to rock and roll, but I can't. And also, if you're wondering where the US primetime meeting is, they haven't launched it. That's a group. You get inundated, but I am actually looking at I might see if I can get this guy. This is quite funny. Would you like to come and tell me about your opportunity? So I've got a guy that's who wants to you can have a meeting with me at Boom. And I'll actually give this to a few people. First thing we're going to do is we'll see who turns up, but let's invite May Summervu. She always loves coming to my meetings. She gets a bit pissed off with me lately, but let's have a go. You can have a meeting with me there. And the other one's Jane Gregory. It would be quite neat to actually have an invitation with them. So let's go to here. What are we looking at? We'll look at Telegram, which you want, WhatsApp, and we'll go down to see Jane Gregory. Jane Gregory. And also I'm going to put an invitation out to a mystery person, and if they turn up, I will go live, which I already am, but don't tell them that. And we'll figure this out in a second. So we want to go to let's see, we'll probably go Gracie Baby. She'll be listening. I'll send an invitation to Gracie Baby. She always likes talking to me. Grace is the disgraced judge. Maybe. Oh, there we go. So now I've got a few people that I've invited in here, which would be quite interesting if they turned up. They're all criminals, so it won't matter. All right, let's call them criminals. No one's a criminal until proven guilty. Okay, so now I want to go to here, and I want to go to contacts. All right, well, just give me a minute. I'll get some interesting stuff happening. No one's popped into the meeting yet. Where are we? You can let's have a yarn now, if you like. Bob, where the hell are you? Excuse my French. Kim. Kim. Okay, Kim. That's May Summer's friend. I'll make that invitation to May Summervu. How about Carl? I don't know if he's Carl Mike Dawson. Caveman. So what we're actually looking for is a guy that goes by the name of something. Now, this guy, if I did get him in here, it would be a bit of a laugh. He was involved in a massive scam, and then he has decided to reach out to me and basically tell me he's a good guy. And by the way, do you mind removing me off your website now? And it's like, are you shitting me? So I wouldn't mind sending him an invitation, but it looks like he has removed himself from my my whatever. I'm just trying to find if that's true or not. But in the meantime, I've sent out an invitation to a few people. This is, I might delete this if it doesn't go anywhere afterwards. But if you want to, you could actually see. Oh, there it is. Meeting with me now at. All right, so we sent out some invitations, which would be quite exciting. But the reason I did open up my, can't tell the difference between Telegram, is I wanted to go into and check unread, and I want to check to see if there was any messages put in BTCC and see whether there's a reason why there's no meeting at the moment. Doesn't seem like there is. Hope of his victims. There's so many groups out here, which is just breathtaking, to be honest. I wish you could do the same. Some really good groups out there, guys. I mean, I'm looking at my Telegram groups, and I forget that I'm part of some awesome channels which are really out to expose these guys, which is actually quite breathtaking. One of the ones that I was thinking about is this one here, Wee Global. They had another event. Superstar, listen to this. This is just amazing stuff.
The superstar boxer Floyd Mayweather endorses Quite Wise, the new crypto scam launched by the creators of Wee.
So what is it? I mean, how many times? And something did really amaze me by this one.
As expected, the team behind one of the biggest crypto Ponzi schemes in recent years, Wee Global, has launched yet another rebranded scam with a different name, Quite Wise AI. Wee, as we have explained in many articles on our website, is a long-running scam that has undergone several name changes over the years. Lira Coin, Liope, Wee Global, the blockchain era, and Zera.
Hey, you're welcome to jump on stage if you want and say good day. I've invited a few, let's just say, dubious people to come to an impromptu meeting. But if you want to, you are more than welcome to jump on here. I was hoping to have a meeting, but the US primetime meeting for Boomerang didn't happen, and there's been no notifications. So I'm sort of waiting for something to pop up on a Telegram group. They normally were only getting like 60 to 80 people at these meetings, and normally I'd get kicked out of them because I was too easy to identify. However, they haven't bothered to launch the meeting, nor have they bothered to tell anyone why there wasn't a meeting when they were claiming there was going to be a meeting. So is this the end of Boomerang as we know it? But if you want to entertain yourself and you're free and you're available, you're more than welcome to jump on stage. And anybody who wants to jump on stage is welcome, especially if you've been scammed or you are reporting a scam. We'd love to know about it. I'm just going to read this article.
Quite Wise and how does it work? QuantWise AI is marketed as a bot with artificial intelligence
Oh
behind
my
it capable
God.
of analyzing markets and conducting profitable
Oh
trading.
my goodness.
The platform obviously capitalizes on the trend of artificial intelligence to sell a product with no track record of results and with high fees, 50% for the basic plan and 30% for the premium plan.
Ugh.
The company's Telegram channel was created in September 2023, but only in the last 2 months has the real promotion of the project begun, culminating in a mega presentation event in Dubai on March 30th, attended by major promoters from the WeWe universe, including many Italians such as Alessio Vinassa, funding partner of QuantWise, Paolo De Vita, Nicola Sindaco, and Davide Bodies, former Metfi, Hyperverse, and Meta Utopia.
So this is interesting because they mention David, and I've never actually heard of that name before. I don't know if you have, Scully.
Davide Bodies.
Have you ever heard of him? But former MetaV for Hyperverse, and I don't understand how I've never heard of that name. And sometimes you just feel like taking a bit of a break and going in here and just say, because ChatGPT has been great for me. I know it's a bit easy, but when you get into ChatGPT, you can say, who is, what do we got? Who is, and then you just go from Hyperverse. And then it will scout the internet looking for, now, why have I never heard of this person? That's what really freaks me out. Let's just have a listen to that.
Davide Bodies is a figure associated with Hyperverse, a platform that has been under scrutiny for its operations, often being labeled as a Ponzi scheme. Hyperverse, previously known as Hyperfund, is part of a series of entities linked to controversial figures such as Ryan Shu and Sam Lee. These entities have been accused of running fraudulent schemes that promise high returns on investments but often fail to deliver, leading to significant financial losses for participants. Burgess, in his role within Hyperverse, has been involved in promoting the platform and its investment opportunities. However, like other key figures associated with Hyperverse, he has faced criticism and suspicion regarding the legitimacy of his activities and the overall intentions of the platform. If you need more detailed information about his background and specific involvement, I can look further into available resources or recent updates.
Never heard of him, and I don't think I've ever seen him. If I don't even know these photos are the real person that I'm alleging, but if I presume if I go in here and I type in, Hyper verse, that I would theoretically see a familiar face with somebody that I knew, but it amazes me. It must be from a different country. I have no idea. Let's have a look at an Instagram. Whether it's the same guy we're looking at, and I'm just picking on some random guy that's got the same name, I do not know. But normally they can't help themselves. It's nothing to do with anything. So no, just no connection there whatsoever. Anyway, I've never heard of that before. So you do kind of wonder if that's correct. And I just saw something I didn't finish talking about before, and that's Diversal. So what Diversal was trying to say here was that they bought the database from Hyperverse. But just because they bought the database from Hyperverse doesn't mean that they have anything to do with the company's ethics. And I'm going, well, who did you talk to at Hyperverse? Come on.
Dear Dayoversal community members, in light of recent discussions and articles that have misinterpreted our actions and intentions, we wish to address and clarify these matters directly. One clear distinction from Hyperverse: Dayoversal operates independently of Hyperverse and its associated entities. We have no operations in Australia, nor have we had any form of collaboration or contact with Sam Lee. A brand and operations are uniquely ours, established over 2 years ago. To data acquisition clarification: the data from the former Hyper community was acquired as a one-time enhancement to our database, initiated well after our platform was fully operational. This was an isolated action and should not be viewed as an indicator of any partnership or ongoing relationship with past entities. 3. Voluntary support through TFA. The targeted financial assistance, TFA, was provided as a voluntary initiative to support individuals affected by the failure of Hyper, which is unrelated to Dayoversal. This support was offered from a place of community solidarity, not obligation, and should not be misconstrued as us taking on any liabilities from Hyper. This was carried out to support the community and support the Dayoversal ecosystem, and of course out of the graciousness of our hearts. 4. Commitment to decentralization and platform integrity. Our platform is built on the fully decentralized DAO token. We have renounced all ownership rights, ensuring that tokens can be minted or assets are frozen without consensus. This step underscores the commitment to transparency and trust. 5. Ongoing development and improvement. We are dedicated to continuously developing the Dataversal platform to deliver a superior experience for all our users. We are moving forward with initiatives that underscore our dedication to our community's success and well-being. We appreciate the ongoing support and trust of our community as we navigate these challenges and misconceptions. Together, we are committed to maintaining the integrity and progressive growth of Dataversal. Regardless of what is being written and being said, Dataversal is here to stay. Thank you for standing with us.
Right. So Diversal. Okay, then. So I want to show you something interesting here if I can find it. So first of all, I just showed you a video. Oh, that might have to do. A video of I'll just see if I've got my own video, but we'll get one that will get you going. Where is it? I'm just trying my best. There's Garrett there. Well, I won't go on too long, but I am sort of hooked on this. So now, oh, look, there's my own stuff. It's quite exciting, isn't it, when you see yourself coming up in search results? Okay. Well, actually, I might do the painful task and actually go here. I want to show you something that you may have not seen before, and then it will be lots of fun, and you'll go, oh, I'm glad I stayed around and listened to Danny go on about that. Let's have a look. So first of all, we want to go to Verdi Look on my own YouTube channel, and oh, look at that. There's a few podcasts. Podcast. Is that the one? Oh, it's Pixel. Hey, Pixel. Oh, yeah. Is it that one? Could be. Could be. I think I've got one where he crashes their Zoom. Obviously, we're going back a wee way here. This week that was Yvonne Henry. Oh my God, I must get a Sam. I actually think I know the one it was, but it's just finding the right one. So what I'm going to show you is there's a wallpaper. Excuse me. Oh, was it that one? Oh, it's Uncle Sam. That's the one that we want. We want that photo, but we want Vend. Yeah, I suppose it will probably get it from that one. Oh, that should link to it. Sam's wedding day. No. Yeah, so theoretically, if I'm lucky enough and I go to this short here. Oh, hello. Yeah, and then we go unmasking. Here we go. All right. What? Got it. All right, it's going to present that. Share the screen. Do some interesting
All right.
things. The other day, what we're going to do from Sam. That one there. Hopefully, about that one there. With a company called Block and Hiding.
Look, and the whole history.
And if you go through my other videos, I'm not going to put it in this video, but
Ryan Judah and his vacuum wing. Don't ask me how I got that.
blog, basically saying the data
Video.
first part here, so you understand.
Look, I've got everything in this video.
Through and show you some of the stuff.
Oh, here we
First of all,
all right, so we're going to go back. All that there for that. Boy, that was hard work. Now, notice the wallpaper in the back. Okay? Notice the wallpaper in the back. Now, this is VidiLook, right? Now, notice the wallpaper in the back of this. This is Diversal. So, Diversal, eh? So, there you go. Remember, you heard it here first. So, Diversal, just per coincidence that they have got I used to be a wallpaper. I used to be a painter and a decorator. So here's a video. Now, as you can see there, if I click on that video that you see there, it's been removed, which is a bit of a shame. But now, next time I come here, I'll be able to do it in a hurry. But you'll see the same photos. So if I go to, I haven't got much information on Diversal, but if I went to my database and went to Hyperverse and Fund, I think I'll have a photo of that on the homepage. Maybe not. Maybe I go screenshots. Let's have a look. There we go. I do. So this is Diversal having a meeting with Pinicky Nark and D Oki, which we've got to figure out how to find out where she lives. And there's the guy there. Oops, hold it. There we go. There's a photo of Pinicky Nark. Oh, that's useless, Danny. I'm just so tired of this. I'll just go window. Yeah, so there you go. So there's the wallpaper for Diversal having a meeting. These are all directors, and over here is I've forgotten his name now, but whatever his name, Viv, is it Viv? And he's doing a meeting. You know, this is the funniest thing. This is the sort of shit that Sam was getting up to when he was going crazy and they had to shoot him. Working, doing a text in your cell phone. You need to watch the next 10 seconds because it's quite ridiculous.
Thanks for those in the chat saying I need to drink some water.
No worries, mate. Here we go. Woohoo!
I am just so warm right now. I need for you guys to understand it is so hard.
So this is a very critical time because right at the same time that he was doing this Vend relaunch, they put a package in the back end of We Are All Satoshi's website where people would be able to sign up for a $5,000 package. And also he was launching a VAV. And those three packages were being launched at the same time because he was trying to do a money grab. And then we found out that he wrote a check out for $1 million and it bounced. And then his business partner, which I will show you because I just that type of guy. So we went and looked at Sam Lee's business partner. So I've got a database on all these guys, okay? So you got a Sam Lee, and then we can actually go into images of Sam Lee, and we can see Sam Lee with, you know, Brenda Chunga, who brought in $640 million for Hyperverse, and you've got Clayton Ford brought in 300,000, and Keith Williams, rest his soul in the forests of hell. We got Sam's mum, Sam's sister, Sam's children, and that there is Sam's business partner for 4 years who turned on him when Sam wrote him out a check for $1 million and it bounced. Remember, Sam was a billionaire. And then when it bounced, he spent 3 nights in the clink. And at the same time this was happening, Sam was doing these money grabs with VAV, We Are All Satoshi, and it's just the rest is breathtaking. We've got a picture here of this guy here dancing. His name is Khan, and he's meant to be Sam's scam buddy. And we've been given a lot of this information. We've even got photos of Sam. Oh, shit, I haven't got this over. Sorry. You can tell me. So here's Sam dancing like a fruit flip. And that's meant to be on Sam's wedding. Now, yesterday we talked about how Sam was, Shavez was talking about how Sam was going over to Thailand to set up a blockchain global. Just so happened that he got married over there at the same time. So that's who I was talking about a minute ago, was his scam buddy called Khan. And once again, there's that check that I just talked about. That's his business partner. That's his child. He's got 3 of them to under the age of 2.5. That's his mum. That's his sister. And there's Brenda Chunga, Cherry, Clayton Ford, and Keith Williams, all with Sam. And remember, Diversal's telling us that they have no connection with these guys whatsoever. So what are you going to believe? Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger that's trying to put together a bit of a jigsaw puzzle on what's really happening? Or are you going to keep investing in these Ponzi schemes and scams and hope that you know more than me? Well, hopefully you don't do either and you just keep your money. But remember, we've got databases on all these guys. If we went to persons of interest, this is why we repeatedly ask people for information. So here's over nearly 170 people that we've been gathering information on. So this database is open to a few people that are in the same mindset as myself. And if you want to help fight these scammers, let me know and I can give you access to certain people's databases and their names. I'm not hiding these names because I'm here to name and shame anyone running a Ponzi scheme or a scam. Just notice there's a few little thingies in here that shouldn't be in here. Give you an example. Stephen Kondos. Here's a guy that travels to Dubai like it's a morning commute to work. He's in bed with Wee Global, Blockchain Era. And as I started reading and lost distraction, we've got this here. This article about how Wee Global has now started doing stuff with artificial intelligence. I mean, where does it stop? They all pass off the same shit, rebrand themselves, and away they go again.
The special guest, the international mega star of the event, was one of the greatest boxers of recent years, Floyd Mayweather, paid several €100,000 to appear for a few minutes on stage and give a semblance of legitimacy to the project.
This is incredible, isn't it? So you've got this company here, WeWe Global, that said they were going to produce a phone where people could mine as well as computers. And they come to my hometown and we managed to get the film crew there, and the media wrote all about them. And now here they are, rebrand themselves for the 5th, 6th, 7th time.
Mayweather is no stranger to paid promotion of scams in the crypto world. In 2022, he was investigated along with Kim Kardashian for promoting the Ethereum Max token. But let's move on. Connections to WeWe. In reality, the founders of QuaintWise don't even try to hide it. The company is directly promoted with the Zara logo, one of the many rebrands of WeWe. A brief analysis of social media and the people attending the Dubai event reveals that the project is driven only by major promoters of scams. Not surprisingly, the speaker for QuaintWise presentations is Diego Andrizzi, an old acquaintance of ours and one of the world's biggest promoters of WeWe.
Amazing. And we managed to get him off the airplane. He chickened out. If I went NZ, there was an article in the paper. I actually think I have that article, which I'll bring up. But literally, he after I rung up Stephen Kondos, and I basically told him that he's been flagged by the FMA, and then he literally held the plane up as he got his bags off. So that was a real victory at the time. So we've had some pretty cool victories along the way. But I'll see if I can bring up I think I actually have the article. Probably not. Eventbrite. No, but I rang up all the hotels that were hosting the event, and told them I need to update my database. Ponzi schemes and scams. Oh, here we go. So there's probably going to be an article here that was in the paper. Oh, what a shame I don't have it handy. Or do I? 1 minute, please, caller. Yeah, but I've even got an inside man at the moment that works in their offices providing me information. I should forward that to my new Conrads. I call them Conrads. WeWe Global Fraud Office. Yeah, but screenshots, maybe I did. Did I put the newspaper clipping in there? No. But yeah, you just can't stop these guys. And now they seem to pounce around the globe like they own it like a boss, which is actually breathtaking. I think this here might have the picture on the front page of the press. There's a Kiwi guy that was promoting it. And I have, I know a guy that I probably actually do have the information with, and that would be Frank. Frank, baby, I'm going to get you one day, mate. Frank. Sometimes it's very tiring. Frank. Let's see what we got. Frank. We got Frank in here. Frank. There he is. Frank. He lives in the same hometown as me. I've given his information to the what do you call it? To the FMA, and they're looking at it. Bloody useless. That's what they are. They even listen to my videos. Hi guys. Now where is the article? So I've managed to research this guy's home address, business details, and I've even got a recording of him. I think I have. You probably won't. But I've got a recording of him running the meeting. And it still isn't enough for our FMA to actually do stuff, which is just amazing. And we even put a lot of the meeting into text. So who knows what's going to happen. But anyway, so that's interesting that they are actually having Diego run the event, and they literally are doing it like they own it. Like they can just
We also see
around.
how the company behind the project, QuaintWise Labs Limited, is based in the British Virgin Islands at the same address
really?
as the blockchain era. Another re-edition of WeWe. Conclusions. Despite years of scams, approximately €500 million stolen from users, and continuous rebranding, the creators of WeWe continue undisturbed to launch yet another fraudulent product from their penthouses in Dubai.
Yep.
The presence of Floyd Mayweather, as well as our in-depth on-chain analysis, a billionaire boxing champion, indicates the enormous amount of money accumulated by the organization behind the scam born as Lira coin, popularized as WeWe, and now proposed as QuaintWise AI. In the upcoming installments of the WeWe investigation, we will delve into the details of the organization, its past and present ramifications, and economic flows. We will also talk about a white Lamborghini Urus, A mother who goes from being a former postal worker to a financial director of an empire, secret offices in Dubai, and Italian yachts dedicated to Bitcoin.
Wow. Well, they've got a Telegram group. That's exciting. Let's see if that opens or the link is extinct. Sometimes the links are extinct. Link is extinct. Oh dear. Yeah, but you get the idea. So let me wind it down here. We were looking for a Zoom meeting that might be open with some scammers. We read about Diversal saying that they just bought the database from Hyperverse and they've got nothing to do with the bad karma that company has. And also, I'd love to know how they actually negotiated with a company that no one can find and paid them money, which would have been blood money. We've got Frank, who is a Kiwi guy who's based in Christchurch, my hometown, and he just gets away with it, even though we've got recordings of him promoting this stuff. It's just amazing. If we went to here, I think we'll find the article, which we might as well do while I'm closing this all down. Go fund. So they had a warning stuff, right? So, so first of all, we had this is the big warning. Yes, big warning from the New Zealand Financial Markets Authority, and this is all they put. And this takes them a month. It takes me probably 10 hours of correspondence with them. I ring them up and go, "Why the hell aren't you guys putting out these warnings?" And they go, "Well, we don't feel it's going to actually dramatically affect the economy of New Zealand, and that's what our job is." And you go, "Okay, then, well, why don't you just put a warning up there?" "Oh, we have to research it first." And I go, "Well, here's all my data." I mean, look at the domain names that they've got now. So in some ways, I just sort of want to grab all those domain names, and they think their job is just updating this shit every now and again, and they're doing a good job. Well, that's just a load of rubbish. Sorry, guys. I think you need to actually. They say they have to hide behind. It's just hard work because they have to keep it within the legalities of it all, in case they actually get the information wrong. God forgive them. I've got my information wrong. So now we're going to add to the backstory here. Informants. Where's another story? Because I'm just going to chuck in another little article so I don't have to do it next time. Oh, here we go. The story. FMA. That's it. There you go. There's the FMA warning. So we'll just add to that all the correspondence I've had with them. There it is. Look at that. Share. Oh, oopsie daisy. Just hit the wrong button. What are you guys looking at? I can't see anything. I was logging back into my own screen. Bit of a laugh. It reminds me, though, one thing that was pretty cool. If you go to my website today, I had a bit of a meltdown with ChatGPT, which if I bring it back to order, hopefully I'll be able to tell it to help me out with something here. Right, we're going to go morning. No. So that's what I wanted. I want to do that again. Yeah, so if you go to my website and you go to this article here, we've actually got quite an extensive article on ways that you can go reporting these scams. And you can't see anything because Danny's forgot to share the bloody window. Damn, this is not fun today. Window. Which one should we go for? Let's go for that one. So I'm on my website. Could have told me that, guys. On my website, danny.co.nz or deheck.com. And in here, how to report cybercrime and cryptocurrency scams. There's a global guide. You come down here and you'll see there's lots of links to organizations that you can go off to. Anything from the United States, Australia, Brazil, Canada, Europe, India, New Zealand, South Africa, Sri Lanka, United Kingdom, United Arab Emirates, Vietnam, and reporting. And then we just added tell your story. And here's a whole lot of other information, which I've just asked ChatGPT to write me a nice summary of if you're looking for report scams, you know, but again, the phones will help. So there's the summary. So now I'm going to go into here and we are going to edit the post. And there's some really good links in here because we were in a meeting this morning and somebody said, we need to help people who are trying to report these scams, like people in Nigeria or other areas are really struggling on how to figure out how to report these scams. So we thought we'd provide a guide, and there we go. So that's that, and I'll just make that. I'm actually in the wrong window. We're going to save that, and we're going to go back to something that will enable me to. How do I get out of this? I'm not used to this. Exit, exit to the back end. That might be better. And a bit of luck. Do we save it? Oh, there we go. So that's my website. And we're going to go to the default builder. That might be better. And here we go. And now we can go back to the code that I'm used to editing. And you can see here, I have got that article. So do check it out. It's pretty cool. I was having a quick look at it this morning. Oh, now I need to go to the top. Maybe that's why I should be using the other editor. And we're going to tell that to be number 3. We come down here. So not only do we provide information on places that you can, how do I say, read up about how to fight scams, we can actually see, I don't know why that's, but I got this email this morning. I don't think that's meant to actually be that way. There we go. We've got some, Houston, we've got a problem. Break that link. And that should be all one font. Hey, look at that. Looking tidier now. Yeah, so just check it out. It gives you statistics on scams. So it tells you how rampant these scams are. It's easy for me to sit here and tell you how rampant they are, but you kind of just about want to get there and have a look at some of these scams, just so you can actually see that we kind of are fighting a losing battle. So that's that. So I'm going to save that, update that, and if you're in the chat room, you can hit those dots on the normal chat room. I've got this thing called report, and then I go link, and it sends you the link to that very article in the chat room. It won't look like you see it right now. In fact, it will. There's 2 ways you can do. You could probably even search for it. How to report crypto crimes, and look at that. Number 1, that's not too bad. How to report cyber crime. So if you go to YouTube, online crime, well, I'm getting pushed out of the search results there. Oh, I'm not even in the top page anymore. Yeah, so go to deheck.com and you'll find it there. But it's quite amazing that that page hasn't come up. But obviously, if you know how to search, you can search for exactly the phrase of the title and you'll find it right there. But do check it out. It's pretty insightful. Just got some of that, just updated it this morning and just tidied it up a wee bit. And now you can go through there and have a look at it. As you can see it come down here. And you can see this here, Scam Advisor. So there's a couple of things like ethical scam baiting, understanding strategies, changes, and global, what do they call it? So this is quite interesting. Like some of the things I do, I don't know whether I'm legally allowed to do what I do.
During the Global Anti-Scam Summit in Lisbon 2023, one speaker stole the limelight with a moving presentation. Renowned as P. Raji, the speaker shed light on the fast-growing industry of scam baiting. With his team who runs a popular YouTube channel, Scammer Payback, P. Raji gave into detail the years of hard work that goes into going after scammers.
Wow, that's amazing. I've reached out to him. I can't contact him. They ignore
Drawing
people like me.
inspiration from the extensive and brilliant work of Nicholas Crouch in his article, Introduction to the World of Scam Baiting, and the presentation of P. Raji. This article seeks to shed even more light on a job that is fighting scammers in its own right.
Yeah, and at the moment we're finding that there's not much. They do a lot of the phone scams and the call center scams, and we're obviously going after the big guys. The problem with the guys that we go after, they go after you, and we find ourselves in the courtrooms all the time. So it's like last year, somebody's trying to sue me in the New Zealand High Court for $3.8 million. Cost me $36,000 to defend myself. The judge awarded, we won at the end because they filed a discontinuance, and then they ordered to pay our legal fees. The judge said that we spent too much time fighting the battle for a $3.8 million court case, awarded me $27,500 of my $36,000 actual cost, and now I have a deficit of $8,000 to pay. And then they come back and they ask me what the address was of the guy that was pursuing me, who was a scammer. And just the other day, I managed to get an email from one of his associates asking me to remove his name off the website because I own him like a boss when you search for it. So it's just absolutely amazing. Stephen McCullough. So Stephen McCullough, this is the guy here, has been in courts numerous times. So this guy here is the guy that tried to sue me in the New Zealand High Court and failed. We won. And he claims that he's got a crypto coin that was backed by real gold. Would you believe? Just changing the battery, kids. And he also had trillions of dollars worth of money and he was willing just to give it to people, put it in a safe, and tell people that his crypto coin was gold backed. But anyway, he had a pre-sale, and he told everyone that if they could pre-order his coin at 15 cents, his token at 15 cents before launch day, and then on launch day, the coin got released to the market at 5 cents each. So people that participated in the pre-sale lost 90% just basically within minutes. And by the end of the day, his tokens that were going to be worth 25 cents each were worth 1 cent each. Yeah. And then there was 1,100 people that are meant to have participated in the scam. 42 of them reached out to me, and I did a video basically telling the world about this scammer. And then the scammer decided to send me a cease and desist because he had more money than I did. He just stole everyone, and he put me through the court system, and obviously he filed a discontinuance. But in saying that, I did get some publicity out of it. I'd already been in the New York Times by that time. But when you search for him, you can see that, his, he's everywhere. And, it would be hard to miss the fact. For example, we've just searched for his name. He comes up number one, of course. But if I search scam, because I'm searching for the guy's a scammer, you can see my website, my article about him, listening notes, podcasts. So I own him like a boss. And same with the other guy. So here's all these pictures here. And you can see these are all pictures. The guy actually did a fundraiser for $29,000 to go hunt for live dinosaurs in the Congo. Yeah. And when he got there, would you believe his paperwork wasn't in order and all his equipment got stolen? That's the story. But when I started doing articles about him, these people all started coming out of the woodwork. So I've actually got a whole playlist dedicated to the video. And if it did go through a trial process, which was about to, I did a 4-hour, 47 and 19-second video exposing the bastard. 20-second it says here. And that video, they would have had to sit there and watch it. But some of the stuff that this guy did was just breathtaking. Like he's you won't be able to hear it. He had his own country called the Arabs. He claimed that he had this platform that was going to replace Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and then he made other claims like he showed people that he had gold mines. He had a gun collection, so that was threatening people. He ran fake competitions where they were giving away, $1 million worth of real gold, $2 million worth of crypto, and 2 sports cars. Then they had other competitions where people could play a game and get paid real gold. So this whole video was given to the, Apollo was meant to be gold-backed currency. Then a lady decided to tell me all about him, and then she literally she was owed $10,000, so she got paid off by him, and then she turned against me and started producing all these videos. This is the same lady I helped, and since then she's turned right around, and we're good friends, and she's even wrote a book about her experience. Other people that got involved literally got paid off. I had client testimonials about people claiming, how they felt about it. And it was absolutely an amazing story. It's a Netflix documentary in itself. And even to get an email from one of the guys that was heavily involved, they even employed this guy, Dan's Roads to Riches, who did a video about me kicking in Stephen McCullough's front door of his mother's house and speeding away from a gated community, would you believe? And then they hired, people to go after me, like they wrote articles about me and put them on the internet to defame me. So by the time it got to the New Zealand High Court, we had this video that basically condemned everything that he did. He didn't have a shit show in hell. It was just incredible. All right, so let me shut down some of these windows. So that's a brief bit, but you can see I got to be in a few podcasts on the radio. You can see here, these are all the different people that were a part of Stephen McCullough's scam. They even had like influencers, Mr. McAfee, John McAfee. I can see the person, all the people that were associated with the company. And the guy that wrote to me the other day, he says, "Oh, I'm not a bad guy." And I said, "Oh, did you not know that he was doing a pump and dump in his crypto coin?" So it just goes on and on and on. Crazy. Anyway, that's cool. Also, have actually been in a, like the Australian newspaper, and they did this article all on Sam Lee and his involvement, with these crypto scams. So there's a lot of, um, that's a really good article. If you're sitting here on the fence and you're thinking, is this, hey, Susie, I'm just having a bit of a rant. If you're sitting there on the fence and you're thinking that We Are All Satoshi is a legitimate company and they just got a bit of a checkered history, you'd be wrong. These are the liquidators. They're talking about finding $58 million that was stolen from Australian investors. And they talk about Sam Bankman-Fried. They have a video. They have Sam. This is a video I provided them. That's me. They talk about my relationship with the whole lot. So it just goes on and on and on. Did we find anything, Susie, why they didn't have a meeting? What was the excuse? I'll go back into that in a few minutes. That's Sam throwing water all over him. I was just showing people that they had the same wallpaper in VideoLux offices that they did in Diversal's offices. So you're telling me they're not all operating out of the same building? Of course they are, but no one's actually talking about that bloody elephant in the room. I was hoping that one of these Zoom meetings would have popped into life, but they didn't. Also, some other current news from my Avengers who may be listening is it looks like the Island Girls have had their Zoom account removed or they have updated it, one of the two. So it'll be interesting to see if we find any more links. And that's about it. Close the ad. You can see crypto enthusiasts warned about Ponzi scheme. What's this one here? Oh, this is when We Global come to my hometown. We actually managed to get a whole article in the paper, and a film crew turned up and did it all. All right, so what have we got here? What are we looking at? We've got another window open if I don't want. Let's see what we've got in the Avenger room. Give me a moment. I'll find the deeds, the deeds to the trust. G'day, George. Here you go, mate. Right, so let's see. Attention. So just to give you an update, this is what Lucky said this morning.
We have great news from Shavez. The D app is now deployed to the main URL and we are currently testing the MVP live. Congratulations to all. The new URL will be published once testing is complete. Stay tuned for more updates.
Oh, I just can't wait.
Lucky.
I can't wait until they come out tomorrow. So just to reiterate this, you've got a update here from Lucky saying that everything's finished, everything's complete, and she's congratulating everybody. So this will be they'll be considering this their launch. Congratulating everybody. The new URL will be published once testing is complete. Are we going back into beta mode? They spent 4 months testing this, and now they're telling you that it's all going. They're just going to test it all. So what's going to happen when they test it all, do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Well, no meeting due to technical difficulties. Oh, my goodness. Where did you get that from? I was trying to find it. So we just had another update here from Grace. Grace says, sent a notice, no meeting due to technical difficulties. Does anyone know what this word means? Can I make that noise?
Vaporware.
Vaporware. Vaporware is when something continuously is getting launched that never gets launched. They call it vaporware. That was my username for today. Right. Well, that's basically it. There's no other news. Is there anything else that I need to tell people? The Avenger news. No, we've got so many correspondence here. To give you an idea of what my life is like, I thought I cleared my correspondence just before, and it's all back again. Watching your live, is everything okay? And yes, you got it right. It's Scully from X-Files. Good on you, Scully. Nice to have you here. All right, I think I'll call it quits. I'll go do some work, make some real money. And obviously there's no meeting today, so that was an hour 19 of my life that was gone. And obviously we're waiting for, we're just doing some testing, and Shavez will be here. So do I come back here tomorrow? Put a comment in the comment section, not in the chat box. Put a comment in the comment box if you've watched this video wondering where the US Prime meeting happened. We've got my take on it is that together forever and richer than ever. Catch us if you can, crypto fans. That's the message from Shavez. Love and loot, the perfect getaway. Sorry, suckers, we're off to paradise. That's what I'm going to leave you on today. I believe that Lucky is moved to Dubai, and she is now living happily ever after with Shavez, and they've got your money, and you will never see your money and you'll never see them out of Dubai ever again. They will get arrested, I think. So let's see if we can get some more convictions, and let's see if we can get some more people locked up for their involvement in these terrible was seen in and this is Wales has been seen in Brazil today. Oh, good stuff. And we've got Scully here, who's actually providing us a lot of intel from Brazil, which is really exciting. So I'm looking forward to forming a relationship with another scam fighter organization based in Brazil, and we're going to actually see what we can do together. But we've got to put more structure in what we're doing. We had a bit of a chat with the Avengers today, and we would like to make a more formal structure to what we're actually doing, because we actually have gained a lot of traction. We have gained a lot of cool people, and we are actually making a difference. So I think it's about time we form a proper organization, the Avengers, and let's see what we can do with it. So that's cool. Now I've got some idiot in here telling me that he can do the best and cheap viewers on whatever, and he's posted a URL in here. I can't stand people that that use people's chat room and telling them that they can get viewers. You can buy cheap viewers on something or other. Yeah, hey, MCAR, nice to see you here. Lovely. That's good, guys. I hope you enjoyed the rant, and we'll see you in the not too distant future. That's Danny the Hit, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger, here to name and shame anyone running or promoting a Ponzi scheme or a scam. You be safe out there and stop giving away your crypto. Give it to me instead. All right. Thank you very much. See you guys.